Yo, Gazi. Brun Sankuni Mokakre. Na la la. What's that?
Hi, my name is Dorinda of Fuabuswa Fam.
My name is Imani Rose.
I'm Ghanaian, which means that I'm from the country of Ghana, which is located in West Africa.
I have no idea what my nationality is. I have a lot of mix, a lot of family that's from all over. I have a Caucasian grandmother, Trinidadian family members, all over the place.
What was it like growing up?
Well, growing up, it wasn't so funny. Very strict, actually, kind of hard, strenuous. You have pressure on you a lot. But, I mean, looking back at it now, it's probably one of the most, there's a lot of comedy that comes from it, looking back on it now. But growing up in an African home is definitely not easy.
Growing up in an African American household, it's kind of like you follow what your siblings do. If you have an older sibling, like I have an older brother, but he didn't really do nothing. So me growing up and being social, it was harder for me to go out and like do things, especially being a girl. Responsibility mostly relies on you as a girl. It's not too bad. You get beat for doing a lot of things that you really didn't need to get beat for when you were younger, but that was just the era I feel like that we were born in compared to now.
Was there a lot of pressure growing up in your household?
Well, there's definitely a lack of gender, and there's definitely a lack of gender equality. Being a woman growing up in an African household, basically you're expected to know how to cook, know how to clean, all of that, as well as still do everything that a guy is supposed to do in aspect of if you go to school, basically your only two options are to be a doctor or to be a lawyer or something that your family feels like is going to bring money to the family. So there are a lot of pressures. You're also pressured not to have much of a social life, not to really think for yourself because it's considered to be disrespectful in an African home. So yeah, that's some of the pressures that come with growing up in an African home.
Not a great deal of pressure. Yes, all parents want to see you succeed. Preferably in my household, as long as you get a degree and you go to college, that's better than, that's the next step up than what they did. As long as you're not, a crackhead, a stripper, anything bad, like anything crazy, you're pretty accepted. Pretty acceptable in my house.
What are the differences in being the first generation in America?
It is very different being that my parents come from a culture that's only one way. It's just the African culture. But me being a first generational, being the first one in my family to be born here, it is definitely different because it's basically a mix of both cultures in a sense. But it is very hard as well because me and my parents butt heads a lot because of the difference of cultures and the difference of beliefs and what we believe is correct as well. So there's a lot of differences. Obviously, the American culture is more free. You're more willingly able to speak your mind. You are brought up to believe that I have enough equality as a man and things like that. But African parents from Africa are not so much open-minded, but I do have to say that over the years since they have settled down into this country, a lot of their views and beliefs have changed and kind of adjusted to my own, not completely, but it's a lot better than when they first came here.
What is the experience like being the first generation to go to college?
For my mom's side, yeah, my mom did not go to college, but my dad did, but they're not together. I live with my mom every day all the time. And my older brother also went to college too, but he didn't go away. So everybody's home except for me. And it was a different experience coming out, being by myself and dorming, but I felt like I had to do it as a like staple of growing up. I don't really know. Like I didn't want to stay home because I felt that would keep me trapped in like a bubble because I'm comfortable and I knew my surroundings. So I forced myself to exit my surroundings in order for me to feel like I was, I don't know, growing up or taking a step and doing something new.